today we'll crochet these 3 bracelets with just cotton yarn and beads. For the crochet bracelets with beads, we'll need a bead needle, load your yarn or thread with random colors of beads. A quick disclaimer here, I received the seed beads free to try. Load about 60 beads, grab the tail of your yarn, do a slip knot, and insert your hook through the slip knot. Do 2 chains and grab a bead from your yarn. Do a chain over the bead, and now go back to the first chain that you did and do a single crochet through that one. Grab a bead and do a chain with the bead. Now turn your work and go back to the first bead we did, and through that bead, through the stitch of the bead, do a single crochet. And now grab a new bead, do a chain, turn, and into the previous bead we'll do a single crochet. And now we'll grab the next bead, do a chain, turn your work, and through the previous bead we'll do a single crochet. Grab a new bead, do a chain, turn your work, and do a single crochet through the previous bead. Grab a new bead, do a chain, turn your work, and through the previous bead do a single crochet. Grab a new bead, chain, turn your work, and we go just like that all the way to the desired length of our bracelet. Weaving your ends, going back through your work, attach them at the end of your bracelet. For this bracelet, we will be loading 3 beads per little leaf. So I have 2 blues on the sides and red in the center. I'll have 13 sets of beads, and let's get started. We'll start with a slip knot. Insert your hook through the slip knot and chain 4. Going back to the first chain, but we'll be working into the bumps of the first chain. We will do 3 double crochets, but they'll be halfway only, and they'll be waiting on our hook. So we'll yarn over for the first double crochet, and it's waiting on our hook. Yarn over for the second double crochet, and it's waiting on our hook, and the third one. So we'll have 3 double crochets crocheted together and the chain. So now we're gonna crochet these 3 double crochets together with the beads. So get your beads and then yarn over and pull through all of your stitches together with the beads so they can create a little triangle here. and then chain 4. You get your next set of beads ready. And going back to that first bump, we'll do 3 double crochets, but halfway so they can wait on our hook. Two. And the third one. Then grab your beads, and now together with the beads and the double crochets on our hook and the chain, we'll get them all together and we'll chain 4, yarn over, and we'll go into the bump of the first chain we see, 1 double crochet, the second double crochet, and the third double crochet. We actually have 4 loops on our hook, the 3 double crochets and the chain from the beginning. Now we are getting our beads and we'll lock them all together. And there. Chain 1. And this is how we will end our bracelet as well, with just chain and then cut and weave in your ends, and we'll add our. For the daisy bracelet, you need to load about 10 sets of 6 beads plus 1 for the center. And you start first loading the center bead and then the 6 beads, center 6, center 6 beads. And I used 10 sets, which made about 7 inches of a bracelet. So we'll start the bracelet with slip knot. Insert your hook through the slip knot, chain 4, and going back through the first chain, we'll do a double crochet. And this will be our place where we're gonna be adding the clip and the jump ring for our bracelet. And from here on, we're gonna start with our bracelet and our daisies. So crochet 1 more chain, grab 6 of your beads and form a ring with a chain here, really tight ring, and chain 1 more. Get your bead, the next bead that's the center of your daisy, and do a chain over it as well. And now push it through the beads of your daisy, just like this. It's gonna be the middle of the daisy. And going with your hook through the middle of your ring with those purple beads, so 3 on each side, grab your working yarn and pull so you can make a chain there or a slip stitch, it doesn't really matter, but you're pulling your yarn through there. And now you can chain 5. And then we move to the next set of 6 beads, and we form a ring, a tight ring here, chain 1, get the middle of the daisy, and chain 1 more. Now going through the middle of the 6 beads, we'll do a chain here as well, and you can do 1 more chain and then 4 more chains for a total of 5. and then we are ready for the next daisy. So the tighter your stitches are, the better. And we go all the way the length we want our bracelet to be. And we'll measure. I'm right there ready to end. And I had 4 chains here. I'll do a double crochet going back to that 3rd chain from the hook. And this will be my end. I'll do a double crochet here and a chain just to secure that last stitch. I will cut and I'll weave in through, going gently through the back of the stitches. And we are all done. I will add jump rings and my clip. Another option, if you don't want to use the lobster claws and the jump rings as a way of closing your bracelets, you can use just a chain. And that chain, the whole bracelet here is about 10 inches and the chain is about 2.5. The middle is about 2.5. And then the other side is about 3.5 inches. So measure it around your hand and decide how long you want your bracelet to be, and then chain it accordingly.